He got something for you.
Anything that you cherish.
Anything that you cherish.
Over the spirit, over God. Anything you worship. Yeah. You worship
14.
Worship money.
So now,
I got your car.
You ain't far off. You ain't far off, Zodis. You ain't far off. It's Zodis, right?
Yeah.
Zodis? What's your name? Bo. Alright, watch this. He said that idols is whatever you put above God. Listen.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 14, verse 1. Then came a certain of the elders of Israel unto me, and sat before me. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart.
Their what?
Their idols in their heart.
Just like how buddy over there with the pampers wants the baby shower, those parents have idolized their child over God. Because it's the Lord's Sabbath day. Instead of celebrating a baby shower, which they shouldn't do anyway, they should be keeping the Sabbath day holy. But watch this, you know?
And put the stumbling block of their iniquities before their face.
When you have an idol, it's going to cause you to sin against God. When you worship this white man, it's going to make you worship Easter, Christmas, Mother's Day. All that stuff is tied in with it. But when you worship the true God, you will be keeping the laws of the Bible. What the laws that you keep show the God that you worship. And well, you're right, people don't understand it. That's why in all our black churches, we got a white man hanging up.
Right.
So guess what? Now you got to where in our communities, if you see a white man pass by, how you doing, sir? Oh, we on our A1 behavior.
Hey, they can jog through our neighborhood.
Hey, yeah, you see him jog through the neighborhood, and then guess what? You see your brother walk by, he's bumping you. Hey, nigga, what you doing, bro? We so quickly to hate one another because we think God is white, Jesus is white, the angels are white. But the thing about it that we have to understand is, we are the people of the book. This book is for us. And guess what? All the laws that you read about in the Bible, God gave it to us for a reason. Like for instance, with what your case is, and even for why we're out here teaching y'all, Leviticus 19 and verse 17. Because to iron something out, guess what? Some people may not like that because they're comfortable in where they at. They're comfortable in the sin that they in. But guess what? God said we have to.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Hey, let's say you saw a little kid, and they had like a fork and they was sticking it into a socket. Are you gonna quietly come up to the kid? Hey, son, you don't want to do that.
Get your ass out.
Yeah, you gonna yell, man, get your ass away from that socket. That's what it means to rebuke somebody. It ain't always gonna be nice, but guess what? It's to save your life. That's why God sent us out here. It's gonna mess up your day, but guess what? God's saying, you just saved that man's life.
That's
rebuking him and saying, don't do that. So that's why we're going to teach y'all the commandments. Like for instance, let me ask you, bro, why you bald your head?
I've been bald since I was 19, freshman in college, man. I've been bald, so, you know, because I was losing my hair.
Wait, so did you take a razor and shave it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, watch this.
My second wife, I was my hair bald. I said, don't cut your hair like that.
I'm going to show you something. Because, I get it, you know, you have forehead baldness.
Yeah, forehead baldness. Yeah, forehead baldness.
But guess what? Even God says if you forehead bald, you clean. But here's what he said you can't do.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard.
As men, we're supposed to have hair on our head and a beard on our face. So if you can still grow hair, let it grow. I'm not saying you have to let it grow, look like you don't gotta look like Fred Sanford. You don't gotta look like that. But guess what? What you can do is you can keep it low. You can keep it as a one. That's what we got brothers that are bald, and guess what? They just keep it low. So that way you do that and you not in sin. Because just for something, wait, watch this. Do you think that just for shaving your head that you miss out on the kingdom?
No, I wouldn't think that at all, man.
Not the fact,
man.
Watch this.
Hey, I knew this, he's dropping the knowledge on me, you know, so yeah.
Zodis and Bo. Y'all want to go to heaven, right?
Of course.
Okay. Watch this. Let's see what Christ said about the laws. Those little laws that we think are just,
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
So Christ is saying, as long as heaven and earth is still here, one jot, one tittle, one comma, one period, meaning the little details in the law aren't passing away. They still remain, you still got to keep them. Watch this.
Shall no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments,
A least commandment is, do I really have to have a beard on my face? Do I really have to have a little hair on my head? Do I have to wear fringes? Read.
and teach men so,
You teach men so by your actions as well. Because when people see you do that, they say, well, if he can do it, I should be fine to do it as well. Watch this.
he shall become the least in the kingdom of heaven.
What do you think it means to be called the least in the kingdom of heaven?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this.
Right, yes, sir.
The kingdom of heaven is only for the cream of the crop.
That's right.
So if you the least, I'm gonna show you where you're gonna be at. Go to Revelation chapter, where we at? We'll go to Revelation chapter 22, verse 14. And you're gonna read to 15.
The book of Revelations, chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, and they have
That day.
that they have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
What did God say you have to do to make it to heaven? What must you keep? Did he say just keep some of it or all of it?
All of it.
All of it. So even those little details, he said you gotta keep it. But if you say, I don't have to, where did God say you're gonna be at?
And may enter through the gates into the city. For without are dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
God says you're gonna be outside the kingdom. You're gonna be in the lake of fire because you didn't keep my laws. So you got a choice to make, Bo. And it's simple. Because watch this, 1 John 5 and 3. It's simple. If you love God, guess what? You're gonna do whatever you gotta do to make sure you make it to the kingdom. But if you wanna love this world, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna go down with this world.
Right.
This world going down.
Right.
And God says, as it is written, I declare the end from the beginning, this world coming to an end. Right. It's up to you what side you're gonna be on. Let's see.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
God says, my commandments ain't grievous. It ain't hard to keep my law. It's hard to keep the Sabbath. One day don't buy, sell, work.
Exactly, yeah.
It ain't.
It ain't,
Because
not at all.
think about it. So, do you work today?
No,
Okay. Do you have to go buy something today?
pretty much, yeah.
What you gotta go buy
I
today?
gotta get water out of the house, man.
Yeah, wait, watch this. Because what the Sabbath teaches you is to be prepared. So guess what? If you prepare before the Sabbath, you don't have to buy on the Sabbath.
Right.
In fact, wait. Let's just see the spirit behind it. It's Exodus 16, verse 23. Because I'm going to show you that even God, when we was in the wilderness with Moses, he even told us, man, y'all better prepare. No, because here, like I said, the God that you worship was shown by your actions. Because watch this. If it was almost Christmas time, what you going to be preparing? How you going to prepare for Christmas?
Yeah, that's a good question. Getting presents for the kids.
You gonna be getting the Christmas tree, you gonna be getting the presents. Hey, hell, some people getting stuff ready by November for Christmas. But guess what? That's because they spirit behind it, they're preparing for what's to come. So you telling me that for the true God of the Bible, you can prepare for the Sabbath? What's this?
The book of Exodus, chapter 16, verse 23. And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord has said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath.
Moses is saying tomorrow is the Lord's Sabbath day.
Unto the Lord, bake that which ye will bake today, and seeth that which you will seeth, and seeth that which would remaineth overlay up for you to be kept until the morning.
Now black folks, we call that leftovers. God said, prepare your food today, so that way on the Sabbath you got leftovers to eat. But do you think that God was just telling us to do that just for food? No, he said, whatever you gotta buy, I gave you 6 days, go buy and prepare for the Sabbath. That's what you have to do to show God, man, yeah, I do love you. So I'm gonna do what you tell me to do. Now same thing with the beard and with the hair. If you love God, man, this is what God told me to do. I gotta do it. Because think about this. Do you think God cares about your feelings?
Bring it out.
Like, think about it. Do you think that God is the manager of the whole universe? Do you think that he's gonna be like, God, I have a grievance. I don't want to have hair on my head. I don't want to not have to buy on the Sabbath day. Nah, watch this. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8.
Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours.
God says, listen, my thoughts are higher than yours. That's why I gave you my laws. I don't care what you think. My laws are spiritual. I gave them to you for a reason. Hey, for example, hey sis, come over here real quick.
Keep it up.
Hold on, sis, I want to ask you a question.
I gotta go, baby.
All right, watch this. I'm gonna ask you a question then. Hey, should women wear pants?
Yeah, they do, of course.
No, I'm saying should women.
No. In Bible, no.
Bible tell you that.
Okay.
Bible says a man should not wear that of a woman, a woman should not wear that of a man.
Okay. Now watch this. Do y'all agree with LGBT?
Not one bit. Me?
Okay. Now here's my question.
Go to Romans chapter 1.
You said that you got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Hey.
You ain't married.
So, Zoda said something. He said we all children of
Romans chapter
God.
1.
Romans chapter 1.
I think it's 18 to 20. He tells us that we shouldn't go after the same flesh, they call it. The same flesh.
That's right.
And he said, but in the last days, men and women will be with women.
Yeah, that's what you see right now.
It's been spoken. It's history.
And watch that. Even with that, go to Romans chapter 1 and read verse 25. I'm gonna show you the same spirit that's here today.
The book of Romans chapter 1 verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen.
Now what does that mean that they serve the creature more than the creator?
They're designed to create things that are created more so than the one that created it.
Who created it?
White man.
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
God, the white man created this. What the hell?
Oh, you say us? They say who created that?
Who created the world?
Over God. Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Watch it. I'm gonna show you what it means. They worship the creature more than the creator.
The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. This know also that in the last day perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own self.
Men should be lovers of their own selves. That's, hey, like for example, you see social media, everyone doing a damn live stream talking about their life like they're so important. People have become lovers of themselves.
Bring it out.
Covetous.
They covetous. Hey, everyone's talking about getting the bag nowadays. Everyone want to get the bag. Everyone want to get fame. Everyone's covetous right now.
Boasters.
Everyone boasting, hey man, listen, I can match 225. What? Hey, watch, bro. Hey, listen. What was that dude? I remember one dude, he was saying that he was in prison, he fought 10 times back to back and won each fight. He's like, yeah, I'm that guy. I mean, I'll take on a UFC fight, I'll beat him. Everyone thinks that they proud that they the shit or whatnot. Read.
Proud. Blasphemers. Disobedient to parents. Unthankful. Unholy. Without natural affection.
That is going back to that LGBTQ, LB, all the whole alphabet. What they're doing, they don't have natural affection. Because God said, I created a man and a woman to be together. But what happens nowadays, everyone says, I'm going to go after my own lust. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. So even with you, watch what God says you can't do. Romans chapter 12 and verse 2.
The book of Romans chapter 12 verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
God says you don't be conformed to this world. How you see everyone is out here? You ain't supposed to be like, you ain't supposed to blend in with everybody.
Right.
They're supposed to be able to look at you and say, nah, there's something different about that dude right there. He ain't like all the rest of us.
Bring it
That's what
out.
you're supposed to see. God says you have to be, you cannot be conformed to the way this world is. You can't try to go after the fashions and the patterns of this world. Even having a girlfriend. That ain't a friend of God. Because from the beginning, from the beginning, God made Adam and he gave him a wife. God ordained for you to have a wife. Because guess what? God knows that when a union is formed, guess what that comes with that? A nation. You have a nation of people where now you have families. You have tribes that are made from that. Watch this.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
You apply these scriptures, it says another spirit comes upon you and you become a new man. So now he's saying be renewed through my commandments. Through you applying my laws, it's going to change you. Read.
That ye may prove that what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Because what your job is, you're supposed to show everyone else your life. To show them that this is what it means to keep God's commandments. This is what it means to live righteous. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 14. Because let me ask you this. I know I talked to you earlier about marriage, so you know that what you gotta do with that, you gotta get married. So you need to start looking at, wait, hold up, I gotta ask you black, right? You wanna make sure you ain't have no snow bunny. But that's what you gotta do. You gotta make sure that you handle yourself, because we all got lust we gotta deal with. We all have something that we have to fight. But during this time, also we have a job that Christ told us to do. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 14. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
Christ said, listen, y'all are the light of the world. This whole world's in darkness. Think about it. All the stuff that they push in the media is sin. So you gotta be that light to where people see and they're like, yo, there's something different. Yo, hey, what's that stuff on your shirt? Oh no, these fringes. Bro, why you got a beard? Nah, bro, because it's all in the Bible for men to have a beard. Yeah, hey man, that's your old lady? No, yeah, that's my wife. Your wife?
Yep.
What, you got married? Yeah, I got married. That's what you gotta do. And even with you being a husband, you got responsibilities. You can't be the type of guy that will put hands on his wife. You gotta make sure that you lead and guide your house. Ain't no 50-50 like how the world says. Ain't what is it? What do they call it? What is it? That soft girl era? Where the girl can just sit back and do nothing? Nah. I know they have a soft guy era. Some men say, oh, in spite of that, we don't do the same thing to y'all. But nah, there's certain laws that you read about in the Bible that show us how to govern our lives. Because that's what Christ said. Hey, all the stuff that's in this book. Like how you said, man, that's in the Bible? Yeah. There's a reason why this book is called the Book of Life. This is going to show you how you, in fact, Proverbs chapter 6, verse 23. That's real. I got it. Yes, sir. Like how we said, we the light of this world. But our light, watch this.
The book of Proverbs,
Chapter 6.
chapter 6. Chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
That light that they're going to see is you keeping God's law. And the God's laws also is going to exist here.
And reproof of instructions are the way of life.
Because the Bible's going to tell you, when you walk in a certain path, that's wrong. Change it. And then guess what? You might find out, no, I'm doing a lot of stuff wrong. But then when you fix it, you're going to start walking godly. And when you do that, when God brings destruction to this world, then guess what? You're going to say, Bo, yeah, that's my son right there. I'm going to save him. I'm going to make sure that he lives and you're going to see the kingdom.
Psalm chapter 37, delight yourself in me. I will give you the desires of your heart.
But listen, that's what we got to do.
If you delight yourself in the Lord, He will guide your path.
But that's what we got to do. If you want God to guide you, you must keep God's commandments. That's a must.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom. What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is